And so you're more than welcome to access that. So thank you again, Lori and Cheryl. Really appreciate it. I'm now going to turn it over to Flo, who's going to talk about our business programs. And Flo's floor is all yours, Flo.
All right, let me find a comfortable spot in our Kapi Learning Center. So behind me, actually, let me just get out of the way real quickly. But behind me is actually our Kapi Learning Center. This is where actually a lot of the students come in to work on their assignments, study, take a break, take advantage of the AC. We offer free printing, and we also have tutors over here. But let me start off with the presentation of explaining who I am, what I do, and talk about our programs before I talk a little bit about our curriculum. So my name is Flo Ibarra. I am the only counselor for our Business, Legal, and Technology Education Department. Our department actually houses 3 programs and 2 certificates. And I'm just gonna direct you actually to our website, which identifies those programs. So let me just share this screen real quickly for you folks. So the 3 programs that falls under the BLT department is accounting, information technology, and paralegal. The 2 certificates is actually management and entrepreneurship. And I guess this, we had let me just clarify that we had a marketing program, but that has been stopped out. So within the marketing program, the entrepreneurship and the management certificate falls under that program. But again, in general, there's the 3 programs: accounting, information technology, and paralegal, and the 2 certificates, entrepreneurship and management, that falls under our program. So let me go back to my screen. Our program is a CTE program, Career Technical Education Program. Our goal is to actually support the community and the employers with students that have the skills that they're looking for. All right. We are the only community college in the University of Hawaii system that is accredited through ACBSB, the Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs. And we follow the Baldrige model, which basically takes a look at 3 different things. 1, teacher excellence. 2, developing student learning outcomes and evaluating those outcomes. And 3, continuing improvements. And one of the things that we do is that we make sure that we meet with the employers, the community members, so that we can get feedback, so that we can develop our programs based on their needs. So it's important that I pointed out, because when a student comes to KCC and completes one of our programs or our certificates, they are getting a very, very good and well-educated student. Now, the program consists of general education courses, but mainly very program-specific courses. I'm just going to show you an example. I didn't prepare slides because we're always changing. We're always changing. But I'm going to just share actually STAR. Sheldon, did you guys actually go over STAR with the counselors already? Did you guys show them what STAR is about? And
no, not at all.
Okay. So don't mind my grades, but I think it's important that you guys actually know what STAR is about, because all of the University of Hawaii system is using STAR. And when I joined the program back in 2016, we were told that we are not going to develop program sheets because STAR is going to be updated, and that's one of the ways that we could supposedly save money. But I think we're going to be moving back to that because of online. But let me go ahead and share my the screen real quickly so we can talk about this again. Yeah. So this is STAR. Yeah. So STAR is a program. It's an interactive program and an online program where students are able to see the graduation requirements. And I'm just gonna kind of circle this over here for the program, the curriculum, the degree requirements for the major degree that they're pursuing, and anything else that they may have taken, if they're a transfer student, from Berkeley, for example, and if they have classes, and if they've gone through that evaluation process, those courses are going to be listed over here. But what's important to note in STAR is that the students would know exactly, what classes they need, and within STAR, actually, we have a chance to actually plan their schedule as well. So there's many different tabs here. Typically, the first tab, the Academic Essentials tab, is a summary of what the student needs.
Flo, they cannot see your screen.
Oh,
Yeah, you got to share the screen.
sorry. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes, all good.
Yeah, sorry about that. So if you can see my cursor here, the Academic Essentials tab is typically the main screen that students take a look at to see generally what the requirements are to graduate from that institution, or in this case, KCC. The middle column is the curriculum, what are the courses the student needs. And number 3 are anything else that the student may have taken, as well as notes that an advisor may put down pertaining to their educational goal. So when a student comes in here and they're like, oh, Mr. Ibarra, what are the math requirements for my degree in accounting? And I actually have it here in accounting. They can click on here and I'll list the courses actually that the student could take at KCC to fulfill this requirement. One thing I do want to point out is that we are a system school. We do work with the other community colleges as well as the 4-year campuses to identify courses that the student can take to fulfill the degree, in this case at KCC. So if you look at my cursor here, if you look on campus, you can actually change the campus to see if there's any other courses at another campus that the student can take. And we get this a lot because we get a lot of students actually from Lelehua, from Campbell, and they want to take classes close at home. So we can change this to LCC. And what they'll do, they'll populate the courses at that campus to see what courses would transfer back to KCC to fulfill the requirements for a degree in accounting. I'm just going to show one other thing. It's the GPS registration screen. This is actually where we can actually plan the schedule for the students. We can put in the courses that we recommend for the students to take in each semester. So if I can click on here, on the GPS registration, what you'll see is that there's different boxes or different semesters. Now the program was based on this 15 to finish initiative. And what that means is that it's designed for a student to take at least 5 courses each semester. And based on the prerequisites and talking to the program coordinators, instructors, these are the courses that they felt the students should be taking each semester in order to graduate. Now, one of the things that we always get this question, wow, that's a lot of classes. Five classes is a lot for students. We can change this around. We definitely can change this around. And similar to what the other advisors were saying, we will customize the academic plan based on each individual student. So, and this is done actually super easy, and with the students as well. We can just pull a class down. So for example, like accounting 132. If this student wanted to take only 4 classes, I can actually put this down somewhere, and I can pull it. I can pull classes down so that it only can have 4 classes or less, so for each of the students. Let me go back and stop sharing the screen. Timeout. I feel like I've been talking pretty fast. I've been kind of jumping around a little bit. Does anybody have questions so far for me?
If I could jump in. So there's been questions peppered here and there about seniors changing their minds, perhaps staying at home for college. From what you've experienced, where are students going after completing programs through business, legal, and technology?
Yeah, good question. So our goal and the purpose of the CTE programs is actually for students to start working immediately. Immediately, you know, they have a set goal, very different from what Joe's presentation was about students who still kind of figuring out what they wanna do. The students that usually come into our program and complete our degree know exactly what they want to do. They want to go into accounting. They want to go into information technology field. They want to go into paralegal, or they want to pursue the certificates in entrepreneurship or management to support what they're doing, or hopefully get into that field already. So those students actually typically, one, would start working immediately after completing our degrees or certificates, or two, transfer. So transfer is a little bit tricky. I know that the MITA Canberra Center and Joe's presentation talk about transfer. Some programs, some four-year campuses actually work with the community colleges, CTE programs, and develop articulation agreements. I know you used that word earlier, articulation agreements. We do have articulations agreements with some of our, actually all of our programs, with all of our programs. And these are for the students that do want to get a four-year degree, but want to stick with a CTE program. So in accounting, our articulation agreement is only with the University of Hawaii, West Oahu. So a student who completes our AS degree at KCC would automatically be accepted into UH West Oahu's accounting program. In information technology, it's a little bit different. IT is changing so quickly. One of the things that they've pointed out is the trend in data science or data analytics. What we've done is we've created an articulation agreement with the University of Hawaii, West Oahu, as well as the University of Hawaii, Maui College. A lot of the questions come like, what, Maui College? Like, how will a student complete the degree? We've worked out an agreement where they will fly instructors out, but 99% of the classes will be done online. And when I say 99% of the time is because that internship class or the practicum class that's required for that Maui campus is where the student will need to do a presentation. And that's where they'll actually send the faculty member from Maui to host those classes. Paralegal is the other program. And we do have an articulation agreement with UH West Oahu as well. So most of the students that come to our program typically is working, looking to actually either enhance what their status in their job right now, or do a change. And they typically start working right away. And majority of them start working right away after completing our programs or certificates, or transfer to those either West Oahu or Maui College. Thank you. Let me see if there's any questions. So in advising the students, you know, similar to what Cheryl said, we customize each academic plan based on the student. You know, we have students that come in as an early college student to individuals that are senior citizens and looking to learn a skill or something new. So we customize their plans. Typically, it would be a combination of general education courses and some of the CTE or the program courses. And the intentions of the program is to make sure that the students are meeting the employer needs. So we work with them from the introductory level of the courses until their final semester, in which we would place them actually in the community. They'll do their co-op class under an employer to demonstrate what they've learned, and then they'll graduate. in the last semester in the practicum class, we actually have mock interviews. We work on their resumes, and we actually have employers actually come in to help us in proctoring those mock interviews as well. And a lot of our students, well, not a lot, but several of our students actually get hired before graduating after completing those mock interviews as well. Questions?
So it sounds like the Business Legal Technology Program, otherwise known as BLT, has a lot of connections to industry. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, in fact, because of our accreditation, in order to keep our accreditation, we have to have actually connections with employers, or we like to call them stakeholders. They're super important actually for our program and all CTE programs, because the CTE programs is based on providing the needs for the employers. The employers actually tell us, hey, you know what, Mr. Ibarra, we're building our hotel in Aulani. We need somebody to help us actually with networking, right? So they have to learn these skills. So they come to our advisory board, they talk to our professors, talk to our department, and we come up with a curriculum. So that's one of the changes that are happening now with data analytics or data science. And a good example would be COVID. Trying to identify the trend so that we can make predictions. That's an example of data analytics. But yeah, super important that we do have connections and partnerships, because that's how we do our placement as well, and that meets the standard 5 for our ACB accreditation. Thank you.
Any questions from the group? Anyone at all?
I do want to say that I know we're talking to high school counselors. Our paralegal program actually have a certificate program, a certificate of achievement program for students that already have a bachelor's degree. Now that particular program, of course, is not going to be available to those who are graduating now, but if you have a bachelor's degree, you can earn the certificate and graduate in 1 year, graduate in 2 semesters or 1 year. I know we're talking a lot about online. It's one of the big things right now. Several of our certificates, as well as our associate's degree in IT, can be completed online, solely online. We just had our department meeting yesterday, and all the departments are looking at or planning to see how we can offer all of our programs online as well. But yeah, a lot of our programs, our department is based on what the employers need, what the community needs are, and that's how we build our programs. What's this?
I think Lisa's showing one of our IT programs, but thank you, Flo. I threw up your name in the chat box. I also included it on the Google site for the high school counselors who are present, also for those who were not able to make it today. And again, this is being recorded, so I'm going to share it with those who, again, weren't able to attend this week's session. But Flo, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day. And lots to take in. And like I mentioned in the beginning, our campus is open. We are taking students who are still wanting to pursue higher ed.